Set 10261 Roller Coaster is a LEGO Creator Expert set from the Fairgrounds series of sets. It comes with 4,124 pieces, 11 minifigures. It is for the ages of 16 and up and was released June 1st, 2018. It retails in Canada for $479.99 Canadian, in the US for $379.99 US, in the UK for £299.99, and in the rest of Europe for €329.99 up to €399.95, that one mainly being in Finland. So this set is retiring. End of this year, probably in about a week's time. By the time this comes out, it'll probably be within a week or 2 weeks. I'm reviewing this because I've always wanted to, and this is how I justify most of my LEGO purchases now, is to review sets. So this set will probably be retiring. You'll be able to find it in third-party marketplaces, which will, if you want this set, you can either find it in the few rare LEGO stores that might have it. I know that Southgate in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada had the set last time I checked, and that was on Black Friday. It might not have it anymore, but with the way that it's been selling at those stores, it just might. Some other stores may have it. It's sold out online everywhere else, so third party is the best bet. You'll probably find it for marked up of about $50 online, or possibly even more now, but that's far better than in a few years when it's going to be for maybe marked up by a couple $100 for a brand new set. So get it while you can for the cheapest you can get it. The front of the box has a giant picture of the roller coaster on there. You have the LEGO logo on the top left along with creator. Beside that, on the very right is the creator expert symbol of little blocks put together there. Information is on the top left section below the LEGO logo, and on the bottom right you have the dimensions. So it is, that's weird. Then so glad they fixed that. 880 millimeters. Or 34.5 inches from the longest section, so from point to point, or 510 millimeters, or 20 inches from the top to the very tips of the flags on the tallest part of the coaster. Really weird to see that in millimeters. The back of the set has another picture of a roller coaster from a different angle. On the bottom, you have the power functions area, so it shows turning a crank will send the coaster out of the loading bay. Turning another wheel will send it up the lift or be a lift section. And beside that is power functions, so you can buy two pieces, which are usually really expensive, but you can buy them to automate it so that it just does all of this automatically, which is really cool there. On the top section, very top beside the LEGO logo that's on the top, you have a picture. So you have two minifigures and a height indicator. You have a little child who's standing on tickets in order to get herself up to the appropriate height. And then the next one, you have a loading bay where she's where one of the supervisors has the height stick and showing that she can't go on, and the minifigure has a sad face. And then to the right of that, like a story, the grandpa is buying her a cotton candy from a cotton candy stand to, make up for that. Below that, to the left, you have people at a little juice stand getting little smoothies or whatever, ice cream there. You have a photo booth where they're paying for pictures that are taken with a little camera that's on the set, to be the little picture that you can get taken when you're riding a roller coaster. And another one, you have the little section, a couple minifigures standing around the map of the park. What's cool about that map is that it shows a Ferris wheel and a carousel, both of which used to be Fairground sets that LEGO sold. So if you can find those on third-party sites, you can actually make a theme park. I know several YouTubers who actually have theme parks in LEGO cities, and all of these sets are in there, but it's really cool. One side has the set, as far as I can tell, I think that's the set, in two different languages there. LEGO logo on the top left. Beside that is where the components are made and distributed, along with the warning that due to small parts there is a potential choking hazard if children 0 to 3 consume them, so watch out for that. And to the right of that is a picture of the exact same picture that's on the front of the set. On the other side is all of the minifigures and little accessories, so minifigures holding ice cream, grandma or the child and grandfather at the little at the map of the park. You have a minifigure of a camera. You have a tree there, a couple of flowers laying about, 2 minifigures on a bench, another one holding tickets, while with the ride attendant holding the height stick and the little controls for ride, and then the cotton candy stand with a little seagull on top of it. The top of the set is, do I have that anywhere here? No, I threw that one out. So the top of the set is actually really cool. It has the Lego logo on the top left, along with every single part that you will find in the set. So the creator expert sets actually used to do this. They don't do this anymore, which is disappointing, but they would actually list all the pieces on the set. And one of the fun facts about the set is that there is a 2x2x1 circular brick in white. There are 530. That makes up for roughly about 1/8 of the total set, or about 12.5% of the total pieces that are found in this set are just that piece alone, which I thought was really interesting that there's so many of that in this set. And the bottom has the Lego logo in the top left, along with another picture of the set that's on the front. You have a picture of one of the minifigures about to hurl chunks on the ride, another one smiling, and another one looking terrified with a seagull in front of it. That's sort of cute. And you have the lego.com/life app, so advertisements for apps that kids can have fun with, including building, the app for the building instructions there. And then you have the usual UPC recycling and trademark information on the bottom. This set is held together with 3 pieces of tape on either side. I've just got to make sure. And there is a white box. Two white boxes on the inside, each with a... This is weird. So usually Lego just does one, but this one has 2. One is slightly thicker than the other one, and they're each held together with 2 pieces of tape. And yeah, the instructions should be inside of these. I can get the scissors in this one. Let's see what we got. Pieces. So there's one. So the instructions will be in the thinner one here, which is held together with 2 pieces of tape on either side. So here are the contents of the set. There are 47 bags total, labeled 1 to 11. The extra large pieces, such as rails, track, and plates, have 7 bags for separately for them. Section 8 has 2 bags for it. Section 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, and 9 have 3 bags for each of them. Section 3 and 7 have 4 bags each. Section 10 has 5 bags, and Section 11 has 7 bags. Little interesting thing, sections 3, 4, 10, and 7 have a single bag just of those, 530 that I told you about, which is like, just seeing these come out of a box was interesting to say the least. Bag 2 has a couple extra pieces mixed in, but there are a lot of them there. Like, it's quite interesting seeing a lot of a single piece in a bag. Like, you just never normally see that in the set. It was really interesting. The instructions are in a bag, which will stop them from being bent. You also have stickers in them with 19 stickers on them on the sheet that is unbent, so that's nice. And you have 2 instruction booklets, 1 and 2. So the first one doesn't have really anything interesting on the back or the front. The front does show. So sections 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are in bag 1, or are in book 1 here, and they deal with the back half of a roller coaster. And sections 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 deal with the rest of a roller coaster. And bags 11 will deal with all of the pieces that will combine the 2 sections together. So that is book 1. And book 2 has nothing on the front. It has, if I can get the pages off, that's 5 pages of parts. And it also has, oh my, you can tell when this came out. It has a page on the Downtown Diner Creator Expert Set, which is no longer available, and another page on the Carousel Set, another Fairground set, but is no longer available. So this is that Carousel set that I was talking about in the that was on the little map. But these two sets are not available. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's really cool. Is that? Sorry, something neat here. There is also a couple pages on here. It looks like 6 pages total for the power functions. So it will show you... Oh, that's neat. Oh, it's very neat. Okay, so 2 of the pages show for the basic power function. That is the simple power functions where you are the one who's literally pushing a button to have it go on all the time. There is no automation or any software technology to it. It's just push a button and it will hook up and cause it to do it, and this shows the pathways that you take to get this to work. The next 2 pages, or the next page over, shows the boost code in place. So if you add set 17102, and I'm not sure if this is still available, so this may no longer be available, but if you add that set along with a couple of the main pieces here, yeah, neat. A couple of the main pieces that come with it, then you can actually code how the roller coaster will work with those power functions added onto it. That's really cool. It looks like there's some sensor stuff in there. So that's that. I'm going to give the packaging a 4. There was nothing fantastic, nothing wrong. This is the first time that I have seen 2 different sizes of a box stacked on top of each other inside of the main box. Usually it's just one big white box on the inside, so having 2 of them was a little interesting. I guess Lego went to the big one because it saves space, but had never seen that before. And there was nothing great or nothing bad about it. No instructions bent, but there was no cool specialty. Like, if you watched the I don't have the box there. If you watch the Titanic build and review, then, which I'll link above, then you would see that the boxes are a lot more detailed. And while it didn't have it, that sort of stuff usually gets a set of 5, but this is a 4 because it's sort of like every other one. Nothing great, nothing special about it. And now I get to build this. Okay, so here is the set. You get one orange brick separator. You get a bunch of extra parts here, including an interesting gear in red that I've never seen before. So that was quite interesting. And you get a bunch of minifigures here. So we're gonna start off. So we have a child here with a very sky blue child legs. She has a white torso with a sort of dress print on it with little what looks like upside down trees and suns, I guess, on there. Yellow arms, yellow hands. She has a normal child face and a worried child face, and she has very flat black sort of shortcut pixie style hair. The old guy here has grayish blue type blue slightly going to gray type adult legs. He has a beige shirt with a sweater print on it, beige arms, yellow hands. He has an old man face and a terrified old man face. Like, the old man face has really bushy eyebrows, like really bushy. And he has a gray sort of the receding up here type hair with some in the middle. You have a woman in very bright type sky blue adult legs. She has a yellow, white. Why did I think yellow? Oh my god, it's been a thing building this. She has a white torso with a dress shirt type print. She is something to do with the park, an attendant of some sort, I would guess. She's the one who deals with the cotton candy stand. But the white torso print has like an yellow or a green and pink. I can't do colors today. A green and pink band around it with a button-up section, a little name tag, a little company logo on the right upper section of it, and a little green short tie. She has a normal smiling face and sort of a nice wavy, sort of bushy but short pale blonde hair. One of the park attendants has blue adult legs. He has a yellow torso with a dress shirt print on it, little name tag, pen in the holder, and the Lego logo on the back. So this is the same shirt that they use, that as far as I know they use whenever they have to do a yellow or a Lego like employee. He also has a normal face with a smiling face with glasses and short spiky, sort of gelled spiky brown hair. You have another older woman here who has the bright sky blue legs. She has a bright pale pink torso with a dress print and a little flower necklace on it. Yellow arms, yellow hands. She has an older woman's face with a sort of normal face and then a, sort of smiling at, oh, look at my grandchild type face. And then she has nice wavy hair that sort of poofs off slightly to the side. You have another park attendant here who has blue legs, adult legs, the yellow torso with the same as the original park attendant. It has the little name tag, pocket pen in it, and the Lego logo on the back of it. Yellow arms, yellow hands. She has a normal face with sort of smirking, and then a smiling teeth face with shades on it, and she has really bushy long hair. There is another person, purple adult legs. She has a pale blue torso with a hoodie print on the front and back. Pale blue arms, yellow hands. She has a sort of normal face and a terrified face, along with a orange hair with a ponytail coming out of the back on it. You have another person here who has nougaty color adult legs. He has a gray torso with a sweater open onto an undershirt type print. Gray arms, yellow hands, a yellow head with one face sort of, yeah type face, and another one with like he's about to blow chunks. And he has a brown short sort of combed over hair. There is another minifigure here with beige legs, green torso with a sort of jacket type print on it with an undershirt and a necklace. Green arms, yellow hands, a yellow head with a sort of excited smiling type face on it, and the other one has a sleeping face on it, and she has pale blonde hair that's sort of short but swept over, and part of it's almost covering one of the eyes. You have another minifigure here with white adult legs. He has a blue, sort of brighter than normal blue torso here with a sweater print on it with a green striped undershirt. The same blue colored arms and yellow hands. There's a yellow head print with only one face, but it's like a cool glasses type dude face on it. And he has nougat, very light nougaty style hair that's sort of more straight at the back, but sort of like stylized on the front. And you have another minifigure, dark blue adult legs, a white torso with a Lego sort of space print on the front with a Lego space astronaut head, and the old Lego sort of spaceship with the fire blazing out the back type swoosh behind it. He has red arms, yellow hands, a yellow face with a sort of normal face and a terrified face, and he has sort of the curly bushy type very short hair. So that's the minifigures. For the pieces, exclusive pieces, there is a 2x16x3 bow rail. It's the ones that, if I can sort of, right here, but just sort of go down a couple bricks. That is a exclusive red, along with a 2x16x6 bow one. It's the ones that are going... It's the ones up here that are going down, so they start off flat and then go into the curve. So those are both in a red color. You can only find them in a red color on this set. And there is a 2x8x6 slope, which is in a red color, which is actually, where is it? It's the ones on the main lift section and the drop here, and that color and piece type is completely exclusive to the set. You cannot find it anywhere else, so if you want it, you gotta get the set. Now, as I said before, the set is retiring, sadly enough, at the end of December, so by the time you see this, it may very well not be available anymore, but you can get it on third-party marketplaces. If you're lucky, a Lego store near you might still have it, but it'll be mainly third party, so you will be paying a little bit extra for it, but it's totally worth it just playing with it. This is awesome. So, little things that you get here. There is a cotton candy cart. This is very hard to work around. So there's a little cotton candy cart. You get a little cotton candy blob on it. You get two of them. One of them the child is holding, and there's a little umbrella on it, and this can be pushed around on little wheelchair wheels that are there. You get nice little aesthetics on it, such as the trees in opposite corners here. There is a booth over here on the main pathway. That is a juice booth, so you can get little smoothies and ice cream stuff here. Has a little crate beside it. There is a pond in front of it. And then the pathway, basically, you would have to create your own pathway to get out of the amusement park if you're adding this to Lego City, because the pathway just loops continuously. So you would have to modify this, but it loops from the entrance to the exit. When you exit out, you get to a photo booth / ticket booth. So one side has photos and one side has tickets, and there are actually photos of the minifigures. One of them is quite comical. It's the guy about to hurl chunks being photobombed by the little seagull here. The seagull is done in the more sort of rubber style Lego here, which makes it just a little annoying to get it to stick on the studs, but it's done there. This is just phenomenal. So you also have a little pond. Oh, don't break that. A little pond on this side too. Just a tiny little thing to give this little corner an aesthetic. Down below on the drop here, there is a hat. So every single roller coaster I've gone to has things where, your hats will warning that hats could fly off, so get rid of loose stuff. So it was interesting. When you walk up to the main gates here, there are 6 pictures here. It says no cameras, no drinks, no food, no babies, and no pets on the roller coaster. There is a little command section right here, along with a little stick for height. I'm gonna have to do some finicky rotations here. So, and then on this side, you have the track. So you have 2 of them. You have one in a pale blue and one in a darker blue, and they can be switched out. So you could actually, if you timed this right, you could have 2 of these running at the same time, which is really cool. This just pulls out to be able to switch cars on the track. So you could have this guy here. It pulls out. He comes. You know, it's, yeah, so they can be switched out. So you have 2 main things. You can either have the car just continuously go, or you can have it stop here, at which this lever will push the car out of the track and into the main lift section. But you can have it pushed in so that when the cars come, they just bypass the station entirely and go straight to the track again. When you do it, so you will turn this lever right here. It'll come around, and then you'll turn this one, and this one will cause it to go up the lift, if you can see right here. And when it gets to the top, the lift is connected up here to these tires on the top, which will push it all the way around. And when it gets to the end, it goes all the way around like a real roller coaster. It is freaking amazing to see this. This truly is phenomenal to see. This is quite the feat of structural engineering from Lego to get this to look like a real roller coaster. It mainly works with a roller coaster because of the pieces that were introduced to make it work, but the structural, like what I'm looking at structurally here, is quite amazing to look at. There are some sections where it does seem sort of weak, and there have been complaints by people that this is quite that it's not made quite structurally sound. But I think that with what Lego had to work with, this is actually, you know, this is actually quite amazing with what the Lego designers who did this had to work with on this one. For build, I'm going to give this a 5. This was absolutely phenomenal. One of the more interesting things that I noted earlier is that these white column pieces, the 2x2 or the 2x2x1 cylinder pieces, there's 530 of them in the set. So there is 530 of them in the set, which means that 1/8 of the set is made of these pieces. There's quite a lot. The chain, so for the chain, it says 203 pieces for the chain. You will need about 206 or 205. Don't worry if I think if you go one way, it becomes too tight. You want it to be just slightly loose. There is a piece underneath it is tension with a rubber band that will actually create just the right amount of tension to get the chain to be perfect, which is another design aspect that is fantastic about this. And as with this, you can add the power functions to this through the 2 different that one thing, if I can find it, the normal Technic power functions and the boost code and play. If you can get that set, I don't know if it's still available, but if you get that, then you can use the pieces found in there to also do it, and you can actually code this thing to operate. You know, maybe have it, you know, go, you know, maybe time how long it takes for the car to get back down to the bottom, and have it so that this will wait like 5 seconds for, like, you know, a loading period, and then have it go, and it's just really cool. So build is going to be a 5 because this is absolutely fantastic to build. All the structural stuff, all of the little designs in here, and the fact that they did make a functioning roller coaster, this is phenomenal to have, and I really do recommend that anyone who can get this set, or at least if you can, find a way to order the pieces online for cheaper than what third parties are wanting. Remember, the instructions are always available online through the Lego Instruction Building app or through the Lego support site, through the support section of the site. You can always find these instructions, and if you have the pieces, you can always build these. Now, some of these pieces are exclusive, but Lego should continue to support some of them due to the fact that there are several roller coaster sets still available. Lego should continue to support the pieces. Some of the colors may not be exactly what you want, but you can still make this. I would do it before these pieces that are completely exclusive to the set do sell out, though. For the play, I'm going to give play a 5. There is so much play. It is a literal full functioning roller coaster. The roller coaster works. You have the little cotton candy stand. You have a photo booth, a juice stand. You have the 11 minifigures that you get with this. It is really phenomenal. The play is absolutely fantastic. And one thing that actually makes the play great is a completely different set that I'm suddenly going to review in the middle of this. So 40373 is a sort of carnival expansion on the set. I'm going to move this off to the side. I'm actually going to see what that one is called. Yeah, so 40373, the Fairground Accessory Set, is a 51-piece set for the ages of 6 and up and comes with 4 minifigures. The pricing for this is that it is going to be in Canada, you're going to get it for $16.99 Canadian, in the US for $12.99 US, in the UK for £11 or 99 pence, and in the rest of Europe for what looks like to be €12 and 99 euro cents, I'm sure. Yeah, that in Finland, it's going to be €14 and 95 euro cents. I always include Finland, even though it really skews the pricing that I announce here, because it uses euros. So it gives me euros. I'm going to announce that. This is done in the stylized box of the little minifigure. So the front of it has the, jutting out plastic piece of minifigure, information on the left, Lego logo on the top left. The other side shows 4X minifigures, and it shows all of the minifigures you get, plus the little carnival stand. And on the back of it, it shows the 4 minifigures on the top, along with the exclusive minifigure, which is the little child, whether or not that is still true, because this came out quite a bit ago. When did this come out? This came out March 1st of 2020. So whether or not this is still true is, well, actually, that's quite easy to figure out if I go to... so the only part about minifigure that is truly exclusive is the head print. The torso print was used in the Spring Lantern Festival from the 2021 Chinese New Year set. Below that, it's, figurine exclusive, which is not. It shows a teddy bear, a little, speaker or a voice amplifier that carnival people usually use, 2 popsicles, a stud, and the little pop can shooter little carnival thing there. The words exclusive minifigure in several other languages, including what I would assume is, exclusive minifigure in several other languages. You have a warning that due to small parts there's a potential choking hazard, so watch with children 0 to 3, so watch out for that, which is in a lot of languages, like a lot more languages than it usually is. To the right of that is where the components were made and distributed, along with who manufactured this, which is Lego group in Billund, Denmark. And then at the bottom you have the little 0 to 3 choking hazard symbol, along with the usual UPC trademarks and recycling information. So the set is held together with 2 pieces of tape right at the bottom. And so you just sort of squeeze it, and then you can pull the stuff out of the bottom there. All of the pieces come in one bag that is unlabeled, and the instructions are nothing special. They're just a little double-sided fold-out thing. So I'm going to build this quickly for you guys, and then we're going to do a tiny bit of review, because I'm doing this because it really goes well together with the roller coaster. This little carnival thing is a nice little accessory, and it really goes well with this roller coaster. Okay, so here is the set. You get a couple little extra pieces here. I got a little mustache accessory, which is always nice to get to help distinguish minifigures here. And then you get the minifigures. So we're going to start off here. You have a carnival guy here, or as it's known, a carny. He has very light blue leggings. He has a white adult torso with a sort of teal and pink and white striped shirt on. There's a white arms, yellow hands. He has a mustache on, and he has a smile. Yeah, he has a very smiling face. He has a mustache print under the mustache accessory, so I think that's a fun little fact right there. And he has a top hat on. You have the woman carny who has the same light blue adult legs on and the exact same vest, white torso with the teal, pink, and white striped shirt on. White hands, yellow arms. She has a... Oh, that's interesting. She has a sort of normal face with a slight little curved lip and a very sort of smiling face with pink glasses on. The exact same face that the minifigure attendant from this roller coaster set has. So that was actually interesting. And for the woman, she also has a pale blonde hair that's put in a bun near the back. Managed to get two of the same face on this. The other guy has a brown sort of chocolatey nougat adult legs. He has a dark blue torso with a flannel print shirt printed onto it. Dark blue arms, yellow hands. He has a... And this is where it's sort of interesting. So he has a normal face with a sort of like upturned lip with a mustache over it. So it actually does sort of look just a little bit weird on here. And on the other one, he has a extremely ecstatic face on, like laughing out loud, eyes closed, or eyebrows raised type of face on it. And he has a type of, he has a brown hair, sort of gelled in the front, smooth in the back type hair. And the child has light purple child legs. She has a white torso with, that's interesting, with a unicorn flying in clouds printed on the front. She has, her right arm is a pale pink, her left arm is a pale blue, and she has yellow hands. She has a single-sided face on here, sort of like eyes wide, mouth open, and joy type of face with stars, with purple stars on the right cheek and a rainbow on the left cheek, like she went face painting. And she has purple pixie cut type hair. And then you have the little booth here. So it's just a simple little thing with 3 pop cans and 2 teddy bears on either side. And you can then use the stud shooter to shoot. Well, that stud is gone. To shoot pop cans off. Let's take another stud from here. So you can use it to shoot pop cans off. It's just a very simple thing, but I think that's when it's added to the roller coaster. If you were to have it near the roller coaster or add it to the roller coaster, this really does actually add something to the set. It does add a little bit of depth. It's, a little more than a roller coaster. It is actually turning into a full amusement park with these guys. So I thought that was a rather interesting thing. So that's why I added it in the middle of the description for play here, because it does add a lot of play. This, I mean, this is a 5 for play all by itself. You have a roller coaster, the minifigures, all of the stuff you can do in this. It is a 5 for play by itself. That just adds on to it. The display is going to get a 5. This is an incredible display. Whether you want to put it on a shelf or in a Lego city, it's going to look fantastic, especially if you have it running all the time. A display that is lively in the way that it works, such as actually having a running roller coaster on it, is going to look fantastic. So display gets a 5. There's not really much more I have to say for that. And the value, for the price that it is, depending on where you are in the pieces, the value is, piece to price is okay or not so great. Where the value really comes in is the amount of roller coaster track you are getting in this. It comes with the 11 minifigures, the roller coaster track that you're getting with this, the roller coaster cars, and the fact that you can add this to a Lego city if you have it to greatly accent it. If you have a couple other things like the haunted house mansion, which I have, or the carousel or Ferris wheel, this can create a nice little piece in a Lego city. So I'm gonna give the value a 4. The value is pretty good. Actually, I think the price in some regions is where I'm gonna have to take knock a mark off of the value here. But other than that, this is actually pretty fantastic. This set is mainly going to be for people who need to have every single Fairgrounds set, which I am actually very disappointed that I missed out on the Ferris wheel and the carousel. Just, you know, they didn't interest me at the time, but now that I'm looking at it, they're just too expensive for me on third-party marketplaces. But they look really cool, and if you manage to get those, then this definitely adds to that. This is also for people who want a fully functioning Lego roller coaster. Nothing more needs to be said there. And also it is for people who need to have Lego Creator Experts, or people who just want a really interesting structural set to build. Like, truly, this was interesting. Like, this is mainly like columns and support brackets type of build, and this is something that I have not really ever seen from Lego. Oh, now I can see. Not really seen from Lego before. Going a little off topic, now that I've run this through several times and moved it around, I can definitely see where people are saying that they're having structural issues of pieces sort of coming apart, but that issue is going to be inherent with Lego. Anyway, there are several places where it seems like they could have tried just a little harder to shore that up, but I can definitely see where people are saying they have that issues. So, whereas before, yes, people who need to have every Fairgrounds set, the Creator Experts, or people who just want to have a really neat structural set, this is for this is for who this is for. I will be reviewing one more set, and then I'll be taking about a week or two off from doing this, and I will see you next year for the next set, which will be a last little Christmas set, and then next year I think I'm going to start it off with the Chinese New Year sets. So I will see you all next time.